Hi, this is Jim with Sedity Chick Women's Lifestyle Empowerment Brand, and natural hair it is. And look what I got. It's here! Yes! Boom, 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 boom. Now it's time to get things started. So, if you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Jim. I have been a licensed cosmetologist for over 24 years. I'm originally from Philadelphia. I've been here in the A 17 years, about 17 years. So, I've been a natural hairstylist for not that long. I've been a natural hairstylist probably for probably about 6 years, but I started learning natural hair on me. I was a natural hair girl when natural hair was not popular. Growing up, I'm 74 all day long, baby. And growing up, my mom didn't know how to do my hair. But when she used to go and take me to get relaxers and stuff, we used to tear my hair up, tear my scalp up, and she didn't know what to do. Poor woman. But I started this brand basically because I wanted to help other Black women to be confident and to be bold and fearless when it comes to embracing their natural hair. I totally understand that a lot of us do not know how to take care of our natural hair. And in my eyes, it's to be expected. A lot of stylists don't even want to do natural hair because they feel like it's so difficult. We are so conditioned to relaxers and weaves. So when it comes to doing your own hair and feeling confident in it, it becomes a challenge. Because it's not the norm of beauty. But now, 2020, things have changed, and more Black women are embracing their natural hair, and it's a big thing. And we want to know how to take care of our hair. So that's the reason why, a part of the reason why I started this brand. But during this coronavirus, I just noticed so many women just are not taking care of their hair. They're sleeping on their hair. It's dried out. They're not moisturizing it. And I feel in my heart that this time of this pandemic that is so unfortunate, that it's going to last for a while. And this brand is also about teaching you how to take care of your hair yourself at home. So when you go to the hair salon, your visits are intentional. They're not mishapped. You're not going just to be going. You are on a regimen at home. And when you go to the salon, you know what you're going for. Your stylist and you are together as a team to reach your goals for your hair, that type of thing. Yeah. So, I want to help you, teach you how to take care of your hair. So I put out a post the other day asking, how can I help? How can I help you? I need to know from you guys, what's going on? What's going on? What are your challenges right now? What can I help you out with? I know we can't go out to go get products, but you can still order online. So, nothing's really stopped. It really gives you the opportunity, because you're home, to really work on your hair because you have the time. And if you mess up, it's not a big deal. It's just not a big deal because you're in the house. You don't have to go to work. You don't got to be seen with it. You can rinse it out and start on over again. So, yes, I just want to know how a sister can help. So I put out the post, and a young lady named Kanisha Smith put a comment in, and she said that basically that her hair is natural and that she wants to know how to deal with dryness and color on natural hair. So this post is for everybody, but I am specifically making it to answer her question and for it to helpfully help other women who are going through the same symptom. So when I think of this question, to actually help the person who asked it, there is so much I would need to know about you specifically to help your specific situation. I know from the question itself, natural hair and dryness and color, it sounds like a question that is, you know, broad, because a lot of Black women are natural and a lot of Black women hair is naturally dry and a lot of Black women have color. So you say, well, why do you have to be to help Kanisha? Why do I have to be so specific? Because everybody's health is different. Everybody's hair is the difference. We could have the same hair type. We're all may be Black. Some may have something else in them. Some people may be on medication. Some people may be under stress. Some people may be eating healthy. Some people may not. You'd be surprised. It depends where you live. There's so many factors when it comes to your hair health. There's not one Band-Aid that fits all. It's just not. So, I just really wanted you to know that. So from the professional in me, the first thing I think about is, what is your regimen? So your regimen is your lifestyle and your hair habits. So the first thing that when it comes to your hair, health, growth, anything, is nutrition. What you put in your body. And I know it sounds so cliche for me to say that term, you are what you eat, but y'all, we really are. We so are. And we live in America where as though food is used, food is good. I love food. Don't get me wrong. I love food. We're just in a society where, everything socially is surrounded around food. Like, you go out, you and your girls want to get something to eat along with something to drink. When you go out with your boo, you want to go to that nice little fancy restaurant. Sometimes you don't want to cook at home, so you want to go out and eat. Like, I love me some Papa Toes and Blue Cantina, because when this Rona is over, oh, Papa Toes, yeah, I'll be there. But, it's about balance, when it comes to your nutrition. So basically, you have to eat healthy. You have to get the proper nutrition when it comes to overall health. Because if your health is not in place, your hair is going to suffer. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of our foods are nutrition deficient because of genetically modified foods that they are making, that are scientifically made in a lab, or sometimes the genetically modified that the government now makes seeds of genetically modified foods. These genetically modified foods actually break down your system. They break it down, and they cause your white blood cells that fights off like parasites and fungus and all the bad stuff that you get in contact with. It stops it. It kills them. So, and then it's the same thing with like pesticides. That's their conventionally grown food. These are all your non-organic and then GMO foods that I'm speaking of. These foods definitely play a part, with your overall health. And when we go out and eat, we don't really think about, okay, where they get that fish from? Is it farm raised? Is it wild caught? What kind of oil are they using? Like, if you got to get that picky, really, you might as well just stay home. For real. You might as well just stay home. Because some places, it depends on what they value as far as the place is concerned. What they value. Some places are like organic, and they definitely are about, whole foods and different things like that, and anti-inflammatory foods. And some places just cook so you can eat, So when you talk about eating for your health, when you go out, it's good to be more intentional and to just eat very, very healthy. I'm gonna tell you this about nutrition too. If your nutrition is not right, your hair is the last to get nutrients and vitamins when you do eat. So when your body is in need of something, your body is going to take everything, and your hair is the last to get anything. So within saying that, if your hair is dry, there's a difference in dryness. There's a dryness because your hair is hair type 3 or 4, right? But then also your hair could be internally dry. I don't know which one you are suffering from, but usually if you are internally dry, your hair is brittle. And any products that you seem to use on your hair, they just simply will not work. So you really have to make sure that your diet is on point and that you're eating whole foods. If you are a carnivore and you love some meat, you got to make sure that you are eating grass-fed, free range, good food. You need to eat good whole foods and be very picky and choosy about the foods that you're eating. So I remember when I had really dry hair, I had went to a doctor, and he had told me basically that I had what he say, that my blood was stagnant. And I was, during this time, I was falling out. I was having a big problem, and I was falling out, and I was very fatigued, and I would really just was not having a great quality of life. And so I went to this doctor, and he took my blood, and I had just came from my actual doctor. This doctor here, and my actual doctor told me nothing was wrong with me, but I'm like, oh heck no, you're not gonna tell me that something wrong with me, because I know my body. And this doctor took my blood, and he was at the herbal store. So when he took my blood, he was like, Dad, no wonder why. He's like, are you alive? And I'm like, wait a minute now, what you mean, am I alive? He was like, your blood is stagnant. Like, your blood is supposed to be like, moving all around and stuff like that. He was like, yours is like, And I'm like, He's like, yeah. And I'm like, so what does that mean? He was like, you're not getting enough oxygen in your body. He said, your blood is super thick. Why the doctor didn't pick that up, but that's a whole nother video. Anyway, to make a long story short, he took my blood type. I found out my blood type, and I found out that I needed to take omega-3s basically for the rest of my life. And over time, the omega-3s, I'm going to say maybe about in 2 months' time, I felt so much better. My skin cleared up. My energy came. I wasn't fatigued no more. I wasn't tired no more. And guess what? The brittleness of my hair and my hair texture completely changed, y'all. I'm telling you. So when I tell you nutrition plays a big part, you got to be up on your nutrition. You eating to live. You can eat to taste, and you can treat yourself, but that should not be an everyday thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a series of questions that I would ask you, and I want you to think about, okay? And then I'm going to give you solutions and some products as well, okay? But with these series of questions, I want you to really think about this, because they can also help along with the solutions and the products that I'm going to give you. So first thing, do you flat iron your hair? Yes or no? And if so, how often? There's a such thing as heat training versus silk press. I suggest naturals who want to keep their hair healthy to do heat training instead of silk press. Heat training, your hair is still textured, it's not bone straight. And there's a series of steps that is taken to protect your hair, starting from the shampoo to the last product we put on your hair after we flat iron it. That is very important. So, and if so, how often do you? I recommend, naturals who want to, and it depends on the natural. It's very different for everybody. But certain hair types, like hair type 3, they are naturally more moisturized than hair type 4, and they can stand heat more so than hair type 4. because they have great moisture balance in their hair. So for them, flat ironing once a month, it lasts the whole month. It lasts the whole month. But hair type 4 that doesn't have great moisture balance, you got to flat iron more often, and that becomes a problem. So if your hair can't stay straight in between flat iron to flat iron from month to month, that's a problem. And personally, I don't like that anyway, because I like getting them conditioners in. There's no way in heck I'm going to not shampoo my hair for a whole month. But that's a different story. So the next thing I would ask you is, how often do you deep condition? Deep conditioning is essential. You ever hear fitness people say, you never skip leg day? You never skip deep condition day. Some people call it a wash day. I call it deep condition day. I look at the positive of it because my hair about to get all them berries and juices that it needs to have that curl popping. You got to deep condition that hair before you ever put any type of heat on that hair. Moisture starts from within. It's not in the jar. And if you put flat irons on dry hair, it's the same difference as, imagine this, putting a turkey in the oven or a chicken in the oven without basting it or putting any oil in it. You're drying the heck out that hair. So you have to deep condition every single week. That's a part of your regimen, okay? My next thing is, what flat irons are you using and what temperature? So all flat irons are not equal. So there are flat irons that are specially made for natural hair so you don't heat shock the hair, okay? And what temperature are you using? Because I don't like to use anything over 375 and darn sure not over 400 when it comes to heat training. So that is a big deal as well, okay? Because you're already making the hair I make the hair very straight just by blow drying it. So by the time when it comes to put that iron on there, the time 2 strokes is done. Sometimes I just do 2 strokes at the root and go ahead and curl the hair, or just go ahead and, bevel the hair. It don't need a whole bunch of heat. And like I said, the whole point is that you do not want that hair bone straight. Okay. When your hair is wet, does your curls bounce back or does it have straight parts? This is vital. My natural. This is vital. Because if you do brush your hair and you have curly and them curls is popping, them ringlets is like, ow, 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 come get me, chase me. Yeah. If they like that, you good. But if it's like, like straight, and then curly, then straight, those straight parts, you broke the protein bonds in that. And the heat was too high and you tore that hair up. So it is now damaged. And if you have straight parts in your hair is more prone to be drier and it is more prone to being breakage. And the reason why is because the curly hair, which is the natural hair, and that's the healthiest hair, it's the strongest hair. Then you got the straight hair, whether if it's relaxed or whether if it's heat damage. When those two meet, and this is curly and this is straight, this right here where it meets, this is the snapping point. Right there, boom, where they connect at. And guess why they're going to snap? Because this one, the curly one, the natural is stronger. And this is weaker. So it snaps off. Then you have this left. So you have to make sure that you are taking the proper steps when you are flat ironing. If you are flat ironing, okay? Do you wear your hair bone straight? Okay, we talked about this again. So, everybody makes this think about silk press. That silk press will damage the heck out your hair. There's a lot of naturals that want to be natural without the relaxer, but they don't want to wear their hair in the natural state. And I understand that. Everybody does not want the same thing. But if you're going to do that, you still want healthy hair. So the whole thing about it is that your diet got to be on point, your regimen got to be on point, your deep conditioning got to be on point, and the heating tools that you're using has to be according to your hair, for natural hair. But then over top of that, you got to be a candidate. Because if you don't take care of your hair and you haven't been deep conditioning and keeping on a consistent regimen for at least a year, I'm going to say at least 2 to 3 years. In my book, you're not a candidate for heat training. You're not. Especially if your hair is a type 4 and you haven't been consistent in hair care regimen with deep conditioning every single week. No, you got to earn that, boo. Because you'll tear your hair up, and that's what happens. But hair type 3, because their moisture balance is naturally less frizzy, more shiny, retains moisture, doesn't get as dry, they can do that. Okay, so you have to be a candidate for it. So these are the questions that I would ask you, and I want you to think about that too. How often do you clarify, co-wash, put leave-in in your hair? What brands are you using? Like, you got to think about all that. How do you deal with your hair on the daily basis? That's why I love Wash and Goes. That's why I love Wash and Goes. That's why I love Wash and Goes, because Wash and Goes allows me the freedom to rehydrate my hair every day with the spray bottle, with the water, or some rice water, with the oil. It rehydrates the hair. And then when I go in the shower, the steam from the shower just makes them curls pop. I put a little bit more product in there, shake it on through. Ow, and them curls be popping again. But when you do sets like this is not a wash and go. I did a twist set. When you do sets like this, or you do silk presses, what happens is that you can't wet your hair. Like, if I was to wet this, it's going to go back to my natural curl pattern. This is an altered curl pattern. It's not my natural curl pattern. So it's going to revert back. I'm natural. The same thing. You can't wet no silk press or no heat trained hair. You can't do it. It's going to go back. So your hydration daily for each of them is different. So for this hair, what would I do to hydrate? I would have me a cream or some castor oil, put it in my hand first, and go like this. Now, it's pretty hydrated because I set it with shea butter and a little bit of gel, leave-in, a couple things. So it's very hydrated right now. But what is going to save me is at my night regimen with this. Me putting my silk scarf on and keeping it, looking all tidy and everything, keeping the form and everything, and not letting it be exposed to the air inside of your home, because your home has heat that's drying to your hair. You know what I'm saying as well? So you got to think about all these things. How do you style your hair? How do you style your hair? Okay, so if you are not doing a silk press or you're not doing heat training, how are you wearing your hair? Are you putting wigs on? Are you doing twist sets? Are you doing Bantu knots? Are you doing, what you doing? What you doing? Because that plays a part in the dryness of your hair too, because you're not going to know how to keep it hydrated. And I'm not sure what hair type you are, but hair type 4 needs to be hydrated daily. 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 Every day. Every day. You need to be putting some type of moisture on that hair every day. Every day. Every day. Okay? All right. So, if you wear wigs or weaves or braids, consider the steps that you need to be taking before you putting in and after you take out. So your regimen before you put weaves or wigs in or braids, it needs to be shampooed properly. It needs to be deep conditioned with a nice hot oil treatment. Then put your braids in, or your weave, or your wig. Then when you take it out, then you give yourself a nice shampoo, condition, maybe do a strengthening treatment, and you're good. But you got to prepare your hair before and after. Each step is like a priming for your style. I don't care if it's Bantu knots. I don't care if it's weave. I don't care if it's a wash and go. I don't care what it is. You always take care of your hair and prime your hair beforehand. If you can't do that, that's the reason why some people get mad at me, because like, you can't get, I'm not going to put that heat in your hair and tear your hair up, because the next person who do it, she going to tear it up, and then you're going to be talking about them and not coming back, and they ain't going to keep you as a client anyway, because you really don't care about your hair health. You just want the look. And I'm after the ladies who are concerned about their hair health. Look is going to come. That's going to come. But if you're not concerned about your hair health, your look is going to be messed up anyway. So you might as well do 1 through 10 instead of doing 10, 5, 4, then going back to 7 and then trying to do 1. We're not doing things all, confusing. You got to do step by step. And you said your hair is color. Did a professional color your hair? That is so important. Ladies, keep the chemicals out your hair that you are doing yourself. Like, you need to go to a professional and allow them to put in the color of your hair. Hands down. It's just, no. That's a no. No, don't do it. I have had so many people that sat in my chair, and I understand that money can be tight. We all have different circumstances and financial differences that goes on in life. And sometimes these things can, if you're not patient enough during these times, you will get dissatisfied and you'll go buy yourself a box color. Like, I remember one of my clients bought a Beijing. Y'all. She couldn't get to me. She wanted to color her gray. She said she thought that the Beijing was a rinse because you got to be mixed with water. When I tell you that hair was dry, it was dried in the Sahara Desert. I mean, it wouldn't flat iron right. It wouldn't, the conditioner, it just was too dry. It tore that hair up. And she thought it was a rinse, so she kept doing it over her, from root to ends, several times. And her hair was just damaged. There was nothing I could do for her. So she had to basically eventually start all over, and she was devastated. So what I'm trying to say is, don't allow financial difficulty to set you back more than you have to be. If you're going through a financial difficulty, let it play its course. Put a little bit of money away if you can, and then when you can, you come back to the hair salon and get it done properly. You don't want to set yourself backwards too far, especially if you have a goal for healthy hair or long hair. Length retention is consistent of healthy choices for your hair, okay? So if you're looking for health and you are looking for growth, you have to be consistent in your regimen and your hair health, your overall health, okay? If you're one of those people who don't care at all, you wear short hair, you don't care if it get damaged, you cut it off, whatever. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. And when was your last color service? I hope you're not putting, if you are doing them yourself, that's a no-no. I would stop. But if in fact that you're going to the salon, you need to know your timing of how often you usually go back to get your color. And you also need to know if you are getting a rinse, a demi permanent, or an actual permanent color. It all makes a difference. Trust me, it does. Okay? Because a rinse is just coating the hair. It'll shampoo out in maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. Gone. Does only coat your hair. It doesn't do any type of damage. It doesn't go into your hair cuticle at all. It just covers your hair. Demi, different story. It's not permanent. It's semi-permanent. That's what it is. It's a semi-permanent. So it lasts longer than a rinse. And that doesn't damage your hair as either. But if you are already a hair type 4 that's not on a regimen and your eating's kind of and you're putting permanent color in your hair and you're not moisturizing the deli, that could be a exact reason why it's dry. Whether you did the color, that could be even worse. Or if a professional did it, you still have to keep your hair up deli. You have to, okay? So they are the things that I would ask you And you see how detailed it gets when it comes to asking questions. That's why my videos will never be short, y'all, because it's always so much information and it's always something for you to think about. If I was y'all, I would take pen and paper, honey, and be writing stuff down and asking yourself these questions, because you need to know thyself. You need to be on top of you. You need to know your body. You need to know your hair. Like, I can tell everything about my hair when it happens. I could tell things about my body, your body and your hair. You need to have a connection with it. It is a relationship, and you have to embrace that. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You have to. So, but those type of things are things that I do with my clients who want a specialized hair care regimen, and I go so deep in depth with that. But let's just, keep things really general for you. So I'm just going to, I just want to give you food for thought of the questions I would ask you, to help you, to give you food for thought, for me to be able to see how I can really zone in on your specific issues, to not make things general, but actually specific for your hair, for your situation, everything. So there's two different type of regimens. You understand what I mean? There's a specialized hair care regimen, and then there's a general regimen. So I'm going to give you now some solutions. So they're general, and this is for everybody. Okay. So dryness, natural, and color. So we got a double. Your hair is naturally dry. Then you put color over top of it, which is drying too. So that's a double whammy there. So I say, make sure, here we go again, make sure you are eating and getting enough of plenty of green leafy vegetables. At least 2 cups daily. Whether if it's in a salad, whether if it's cooked, whether if it's in a smoothie. I love it being in a smoothie. I'm going to tell you why, nutritionally why. Because smoothies are a diuretic. You are drinking it. It goes straight to your bloodstream. It does not have to be digested in your belly. It goes straight to your bloodstream. So because it goes straight to your bloodstream, it's giving your hair an instant nutrition boost. So if I was you, I'd beef up on in the morning time. First thing I put on my stomach is a green smoothie. So you can mix up, I love spinach. I put in just in a cup, just to fill the fill line. I put in a little bit of spinach first at the bottom. I put maybe some blueberries and some pineapple, and put maybe actual pineapple juice. So when I turned around, it only says pineapple. That's it. Nothing else. And it may say distilled water and pineapple, but it won't say pineapple and all these extra big names and all this sugar. No. 100% natural GMO. That's how your juices should be if you're going to drink juice. Put that in there, blend it up, and drink it on down. It tastes good. It tastes really, really good. And you're going to notice a difference in your hair. Okay? So, the next thing I would say, as far as that is concerned, is get a multivitamin. Because it's hard for us to be able to eat everything in a day what our body needs. So you're going to have to supplement it. You're going to have to. And especially because our foods don't have the correct nutritional value anyway, it's just virtually impossible. And get some omega-3. Get some omega-3s. They help me. See if they help you. I noticed when I took my omega-3, not only did I feel better, but my skin was on point. It wasn't as dry. My hair wasn't as dry. But when I tell you, my hair was so brittle. When I started taking that omega-3 and changing my diet, man, it was like night and day. The products that I kept saying, oh, my products ain't working, they was actually working. It was almost like I traded everything in and everybody gave me new products. No, they was the same daggone products. It's just that when you are internally malnutritioned and you are internally dry, products are just a Band-Aid. And they just really will not help. You will not get the full benefit of your actual product. The next thing I'm going to say is lemon water. Drink like a gallon of water a day. Where's my water? You know I ain't right. Water. Drink your water. And it's lemon in here. That's why it look cloudy like that. You see the lemon? Yes. Go get yourself a gallon water bottle and drink that water. Drink your water. You have to drink your water, and you'll notice a difference in, along with, you eating more healthy, doing your smoothies, and taking your omega-3s and a multivitamin, and then you drinking your water, you're going to notice a difference as far as if there's anything internal going on, you're going to notice a difference as far as dryness is concerned. So, number 2, regimen is everything. It keeps you on top of your hair care game. Nutrition, natural products, and skill set to use them properly. Regimen needs to be on point. Your regimen is everything. So when it comes to your regimen, you need to have your day, like my day is Sunday. Sundays, I go and I put that whole head underneath that shower. I use my shampoo, deep condition, and go ahead and get my hair ready, primed for the rest of the week. And really, once I do that on Sunday, I'm really primarily done. Like, besides hydrating it, and I do that after I put my makeup on, and the hair's done. Like, you don't got nothing else to really do to it. So your regimen needs to be on point. On point. Keep your regimen. Never skip leg day. Never skip deep conditioner day. Never. Okay. And 3, when you get your color, make sure that you have a stylist. If you're a natural girl, make sure you research your stylist properly, because not all stylists are equal. Okay. And I'm a stylist, and I'm saying it because I work around some fabulous stylists, and they are better than me in certain things, and I'm better than them in certain things. What I'm saying is that, some stylists are well-rounded and some stylists specialize in specific areas. So if you go to a stylist, make sure if you want color, you're going to a stylist who specializes in exactly what you need. So you are natural and you want color. So you want a stylist who specializes in natural, healthy hair color. That's what you want a stylist to do. And when you look on her Instagram, that's what you see. It's a bunch of color on natural hair. That's what you want to see. So you pick a stylist who specializes in exactly what your needs are. That's how you pick. That's a part of how you pick your stylist. Okay. That's a really, really good one. But so you got to research that. You got to make sure that they are on point. Okay. And you got some good reviews as well. Okay. So it's a great match. That's a good match. 4, I suggest on your deep condition day, pre-moisturize your hair before you shampoo. So what I do is, because my hair gets really, really dry too. See this? I put this on my hair before I actually do my shampoo. So I'll take it and I'll put it in my hand, and I'll go ahead and I'll rub it throughout all my ends. I rub it throughout all my ends, everywhere. I hit everything. I let it sit on there for maybe about 10-15 minutes, put a plastic cap on. I love the castor oil because it weighs the ends of my hair down with the oil, and it fills my cuticle with all the benefits of the castor oil. So what happens is, when I shampoo my hair, it doesn't strip or dry out my hair completely. It still leaves some oil in my hair. And how I know that it's on point, because by the time I'm done shampooing, I can run my fingers through my hair and my curls is popping. That's because my hair hasn't been stripped of all the moisture. So yeah, so you got to make sure that it's called pre-poo, like a pre-poo. Yeah. So you do your castor oil, put it on your hair first, put a plastic cap on for maybe about 10-15 minutes. Then you go ahead and you go ahead and shampoo your hair. So for you, because you have color and you're natural, okay, so yeah, because you have color and you're natural, you have to be very cautious what shampoo you're using. All shampoos are not equal. So you need a shampoo that is on the natural side. It doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it. So a lot of products have endocrine disruptors in it. Yeah, I said it right. Endocrine disruptors that are basically chemicals that mimic your hormones, that causes endometriosis, all kinds of crazy stuff. And it actually reverts your hair, digresses your hair as far as the moisture is concerned. So over time of use, it will build up on your hair and put a barrier over your hair, causing your hair not to be able to receive any moisture. So for me personally, because I know my hair is very dry, I notice what my hair loves. And my hair loves this product. This is my Ouidad Curl Immersion Low Lather Coconut Cleansing Conditioner, sulfate free. I have researched this product. I have looked up every ingredient on this product. This product is the bomb. It ain't cheap, but it ain't supposed to be cheap, because this is a professional product and it does what it says. And it has no chemicals in it at all. It is good for your hair. And when I put this in my hair is clean, because I do get a squeak. Like when your hair is clean, you'll get that squeaking feeling, but it's not dried out all the way. So I love this. I use this 3 times a month. So the first week, the second week, and the third week, this is what I'm using. Okay. Now, the 4th week, I clarify. And I don't have my favorite clarifying. This is by them. So it's a cream clarifying shampoo, cleanser. I like that because, again, it's cream based, and anything that's cream based is more gentle on our hair than shampoos that lather. Okay. And when you have color, you need to keep that hair very, very hydrated. So you have to be very careful about the shampoos that you're using. Let's see what else. So, okay. And your conditioning let's talk about conditioning again. I know I'm kind of talking in circles, but I'm sorry. I'll get it together. So let me show you some conditioners that I absolutely love, where I got them, and what I noticed they do for me. So this and this. Now, I got this for my daughter. I think she ordered this off of Amazon. But I got this from a place called Yadane Naturals. This is called Roots. And it's Repair and Restore Complex Deep Conditioner Hair Recovery Plus. When I tell you that when my hair is tangled, I take this bad boy. It's nice. I'll take this bad boy and I'll go ahead and wipe it all throughout my hair. It detangles it immediately. Immediately. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I think I paid maybe about, I don't know, no more than $20 for this. Maybe about no more than $20. And I use this thing. I mean, I really use it. And I got a nice amount left, but I really do use it. So between this and this, if my hair lightweight dry, I'll use this before I actually shampoo. If my hair dry, I'll use this one before I shampoo. So between these two, I'll do these. Between these two, these are my favorites before shampooing. And you can always use them after shampooing as well as regular good conditioners. So with conditioning, especially with all hair, you have to understand that conditioners are just not a conditioner. There's moisturizing conditioners, there's strengthening conditioners, repair conditioners, there's protein conditioners, all different type of conditioners. So you need to know what is best for your hair. That's the reason why specialized hair care regimens are the bomb. So you'll know what you're doing on which day of the week. So that way you know what's going on with your hair. So it keeps it balanced, because there's this thing called moisture balance with your hair. So moisture balance, you got to have an even balance of protein and moisture. So what's been working for Jim is boom. Now I picked this up at Target, and I picked it up because I know the benefits of pumpkin. Pumpkin is the bomb. It helps with balding, helps stop balding. So when I read the ingredients is on point. They did this. This is by Curl Destinies. It's a deep conditioning mask. Bomb. Bam. I got this at Target. I think I paid maybe about $14 for this. Bam, 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 bam. Love it. So you can put this in your hair as a deep conditioner, sit underneath the dryer with a plastic cap, or sit underneath a steamer with no plastic cap, either one. Now, if in fact that you're notice any like breakage, not shedding, breakage, I picked this up at the health food store, and when I tell y'all this daggone thing is the bomb, it works instantly. Not only does it detangle your hair, but it strengthens your hair, and it has biotin. And I looked up the ingredients in this, and this is on point too. So again, your products have to be natural, and they have to work for your hair. And if your health is in order, you're going to notice that your products are actually going to work. So let's see what else I want to talk to you about. And okay, so after you do your shampooing, you do your after you do your wash and you do your deep conditioner, the next thing you do after you do your deep conditioner, when your hair is still wet, do not dry your hair. While your hair is still wet, you could do a little shake. You can shake it, but that's about it. Don't use no towel. Do not dry that hair. While that hair is soaking wet, you go ahead on in and you put in your oil and your and your leave-in conditioner and a cream. This primes your hair. This is your lock method or the LOC or LCO method. It depends, again, on your hair. And the only way you'll know that is if you get a specialized hair care regimen as well. So me, because I have low porosity hair, my hair is very, very hard for moisture to get in, but once it's in, it's in. So I know for me, I do the LOC method. So I put a leave-in. So this is what the leave-in I've been using. This is a carrot oil and vitamin E hair treatment. It helps improve blood circulation, stimulates hair growth, strengthens hair, prevents split ends, breakage, protect hair from damage, effects of weather. I got this at Yadane Cultures. I think I paid me about $12. So I put my leave-in, a little bit of my oil, and then I got some cream from there too. So this is a Jamaican black castor oil enriched hair conditioner, and it's a cream. It's pretty. See how it's a cream, and that locks in that moisture. And then from there, I'll go ahead and do my wash and go, or I'll do a set like this. But I don't do heat training. If I was to do heat training, I would do less heavier products, but I would still do leave-in, a leave-in, not oil. I would do a leave-in in the other steps. I ain't telling y'all my stuff, everything. But yeah, so there's different steps, but you gotta make sure that you're eating properly. You have your smoothies, taking your vitamins, your omega-3s, your water. Make sure you're doing your deep conditioner every single week. Plastic cap or underneath the dryer or steamer with no plastic cap. And make sure that if you're going to the hairdresser, that you are making sure that your hairdresser is connected with you, with making sure that your hair, that her special, what she specializing in is your goal. Okay. And make sure that you prime your hair. Okay, your leave-in oil and your conditioner. And then make sure that your style, whatever style that you are going to do, make sure that the style that you are doing, it's not too much pulling. It's not tension all on your edges and in your hair. You don't want nothing that's going to be pulling on your hair. That goes for your wigs and your weaves too. You just want everything to just be perfect. You don't want it to be pulling too much, okay? At all, excuse me, not too much at all. You don't want it to be pulling at all. And make sure that you hydrate your hair daily. So, like I said, I told you what I would do for this. I take a little bit of this cream and a little bit of that castor oil, and I'll wipe it throughout my hair. I'll do that tomorrow. It feels good right now. It feels real good. I'll do that tomorrow. And if I had a wash and go, I will add water and then do that. So that's the steps, okay? I know that was long and lengthy. My gosh, I know I talk too much. I ramble. As time goes on, I'll get better. But I think I really clarified up some things for you guys and really was able to give you some really good informative information. Kanisha, I hope you see this video because I made this especially for you, girl. And let me know how your journey is going after you try some of these products and you actually put into action some of these steps and tips that I have given you, because they were gems. That's why I call myself Gem. And let me know how they work for you, okay? And that way I could be able to see what other videos I can make for you, or, you know, or help you out as well, okay? All right, so I'm signing off, Corona free. My name is Gem with Sedity Chick, Women's Lifestyle Empowerment Brand. And right now I am taking pre-orders for my book, Natural Hair It Is. I absolutely